Good seeing you too. I don't know why I'm so tired.
I think it's all the change in the clocks.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
I don't know why I'm so tired either. I haven't been able to do anything. I feel
At
that.
least they do.
I feel like this ever since I got over this COVID thing. I still got stuff in my lungs,
All right.
and I just don't have the energy.
Let's see. Testing, 1, 2. All right, I got 4 o'clock. I'll call this meeting to order. First order of business is we got 2 sets of minutes to approve. One from the regular October 3rd meeting, and then one from the October 12th special board meeting. So
You want to pray these one at a time, or?
I see Kyle, you can put one at a time? Okay, yeah, one at a time, please.
I move that we approve the minutes of the October 3rd meeting.
Second. All right, in a second. Those are stand approved. October 12th.
Second.
All right. Motion and second, so those are approved. All right, we've got 2 seats that are up. And I want to thank Warren and Lowell for their service to RCH, so we need to fill their seats. I've got 2 candidates I'd like to propose for the board's consideration. One is Terry Preuninger, and Terry's over here. Terry's been a resident around here since 2003. He actually has a 42-year career with Encore, and that's how I actually personally know him from his connections there. So he brings a lot of experience from a utility standpoint on that, and he's had several other leadership positions as well. Kyle, let me ask you a question. Can I introduce both of them, and then we'll take a vote on both, or we can do those individually? Let's do it individually. All right, so if you're, like I said, I'd like to propose Terry as a new board member, and I'll entertain a motion for.
Second.
All right. Then the other gentleman that I'd like to propose as coming on board for the board is Chris George. Chris brings us about 30 years in the commercial facilities, construction, and maintenance. He's also got a lot of experience having served on city council and other functions in the city of Murphy. So he'll help us out from on that standpoint as well. So with that, I entertain a motion for Chris.
Second.
All right. Gentlemen, you are welcome to come join us. And got one chair short. I'm discounted. You can fight over it, I guess. All right. All right. Well, congratulations and welcome aboard.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, y'all. Thanks.
With that, we got board member comments, and get back here. So I guess I'll start at the end.
This time I'm going to submit my resignation and thank you immediately. Good luck to you. Good luck, David. Good talking to you. Glad to see you. Good to see you.
I too would like to submit my resignation and wish y'all the best of luck.
All right. Terry and Chris are just new to the, would y'all like make any comments, sincere board comments?
I just want to say thank you very much for your confidence in me and appointed me to this board. I do want to share the membership that we are going to work very, very hard to get things where they need to be. And David, I just want to say thank you for your perseverance. It's been quite an uphill battle, but we're here to help you, and we're here to get things pointed in the right direction.
Thank you.
Didn't really prepare anything, and that's pretty much what I would say also, and Chris did a good job of that, so I just appreciate David's work so far. David and I have had a couple of conversations, and I know the trek is not an easy one, but I told him I'd do, when he was elected president, I told him I'd do anything I could to help him, and so I guess here I am.
All right, thank you. All right, so that brings us to member comments, and we've had 5 people sign up. And again, just a reminder, we have a 2-minute time limit. Chris or Terry, do y'all have a watcher or something to clock out that time? Forgot I have a time.
Yeah, Chris can do it on his phone.
All right, so if you can just keep up at 2 minutes. And that, Rhonda Halpin.
I guess I'm just standing here. My comment is, of course, I don't really understand why the water company waited so long to figure out the property they wanted after we've been working with 205 for so long. It just seems like it should have interconnected together. Of course, y'all aren't the only ones fighting Encore also. So that was my battle, or say so, because now it's like, once you've got your fences up and everything, now they want to come inside your property again, and it's like, I feel like they should have to pay to have it moved if they are wanting to come so far inside and taking our property again. So that's the only comment I have.
Kathy Garrison.
I know I've said it before, but I just wanted to thank David for taking over the board when he did and get us going in the direction we're going. And now that we have a board in place, several I know, but we're very pleased with the way things are going and how you are going after the people that set us wrong and taking care of H2O, which is very important. And we thank you very much for all you've done.
Bob and Brenda Taylor. Okay.
Maybe speak it up higher. Maybe they couldn't hear you.
Bob and Brenda Taylor. No.
Yes.
Okay. Trudy.
Okay, got just a few questions. I've already put it out on Facebook, so it's out there, but I thought I would ask you, if you get approval from the North Texas Municipal Water District, where will RCH office out of? You guys only have PO boxes right now, so also if there are no records or taxes or files for over 15 years, how do you prove that you are not a for-profit entity to the North Texas Municipal Water District? And if you can't get approval through North Texas, what's your next move? To build infrastructure and to make an RCH a success, how do you apply for loans with no financial records, no tax records or employment paperwork? And why did you feel the need for an for insurance policy on each of the RCH board members after all these years of service? It looks like the RCH members paid for that insurance of over $26,000. And is this a cost per year? And as for the interconnect, if your plan was to get water from Blackland through an interconnect, why would you poach their employees? Is that ethical in the water business? To rebuild your business, is it good to tear down another one that is actually willing to help you? And then let's talk about the money in the bank. Figuratively, let's say that you have $7 million in the bank. 1.5 is from a developer of Sonoma Verde that is set aside for the water tower infrastructure yet to be built. So really, there's $5.5 million in the bank. Then you gave $1 million to Aqua. So now you have $4.5 million. And TxDOT needs you to relocate the water lines. And last I heard, it was over a cost of $5 million. This now leaves RCH $500,000 or more in the hole. So what does this mean for RCH customers? And who is gonna end up paying for our water when Rockwell says, here's your invoice? I'll send that to you through electronic, and that way you can answer the questions.
Mike Easter.
Thank you. I'm hoping this board actually answers her questions rather than not doing anything at all. And I guess also this 2-minute rule, given there's only 5 or 6 people, you might want to consider about making it a little flexible depending on the complexity of the topic, what's going on, and it's just something to consider because we're here to provide input rather than to be lectured at or to be told what we have to do, because at the end of the day, you arguably represent us, the members. And to that end, there was a resolution that was adopted in the April meeting that was going to put a vote out to the members for the voluntary takeover of RCH. The second part of that was going to be the confidentiality agreement. Somehow that confidentiality agreement, step 2, became step 1. And when that thing was terminated, and it's unclear to me how that happened, the vote for voluntary transfer was put on hold. And so I think that's something that ought to be put to the members as it was originally agreed upon. And the flip side of that is RCH is opposing MCs taking over through the PUCT. I think that's something that ought to be put to the members' vote rather than 4 or 5 people who haven't even explained how it benefits us to not let the city take it over. That's what I'm concerned about. And then to the last point, I'm still looking for the legal opinion that was arguably provided by this gentleman or perhaps someone within his firm as to how RCH is going to be sold to a for-profit company. That's still out there. And so given that this deal is over, I think it's something that we paid for as members that we ought to be supplied with, given that it's a moot issue. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, it brings us to operations report. And, Joseph?
Hello, Joseph McNeal. Last month, we used 37 million gallons. Daily, there was 1.2 million gallons of usage. I've got a director's report for all the expenditures and everything that have gone through. I want to talk about some of the other things that we've done as Aqua has worked through this. I have sent several documents to TCEQ trying to close several of the violations RCH has. We were able to obtain 3 months of paperwork since we've been here to submit to them. I do need a report from Weldon and Weeks for all the dead end mains. I've asked TCEQ for an extension on the 3 months of dead end flushing. And as soon as they give that, we can start this month on all of our dead end flushing now that the drought's over. Robin and Weldon and Weeks will have to work on that 0.6 rule to satisfy the last violation. You could go in for an ACR, but I'm sure it won't be approved. Ultimately, y'all are headed in the right direction for long-term growth, so I think y'all are headed the right way. I've already turned over passwords for our Antex, Catron, SCADA to y'all. I'll be turning all that over completely towards the end of the month. Rob will have that. We set up the generator contract. It's been signed. The check's been sent. I'll be working with them this last month to get them out there to look at the generator, see what kind of repairs need to be made to get it up and going, make sure everything's running right. I've been working with Rob on everything from billing, meters, and anything else that we can help with. Rob and I worked together through the Aqua transition, so I've actually been pretty excited that Rob y'all's new GM. Congratulations, Rob. And I'll be happy to help in any way I can moving forward, even after Aqua's released of our duties. Many of you may not understand the hours Aqua's put into RCH, but I personally have had sleepless nights, times away from family, and lots of planning. But our entire team took real pride in coming together and doing the best we could. through all the heartache, complaints, and even the compliments. It's been a pleasure working with every one of y'all on the board and the community. Thank y'all.
All right, next up is authorization to pursue legal action against H2O Services and Robin Bailey. And we've had some challenges getting some documentation from H2O Services. We've been focused on getting things, the water side of things first. Now that we've got Robin on board and got our feet kind of underneath us, now it's time for us to start looking towards the other pieces of the RCH puzzle, if you will. So I don't know if y'all have any comments on this first, or if you'd like to make a motion first, and then we can have a discussion.
I make a motion.
Second.
All right, so we got a motion and second. Any further discussion on this? All right. Just votes really just a formality, but I'll go ahead and all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so that carries. The next thing on the agenda is a couple of eminent domain, at least authorizations. We've got a couple of projects that we're working through, and I'll tee them up together, but we'll need to take them separately. We got the Highway 205 relocation for TxDOT, and then we have the North Texas Municipal Water District take point. Eminent domain is not something we want to use. We want to make sure we use it carefully and tread lightly with this, but at the same token, this is something that has to be done. So what we are, I guess what I'm asking the board here is for authorization to use eminent domain if necessary, but again, it will be our last resort. And Terry, I know you're familiar with eminent domain from that standpoint. So again, this is just a step. It's a last resort, but if we need to, we have to have board authorization. And given the timing of both of these projects, we don't want to hold them up. So, any comments from?
No, I understand it. This is just, we could find ourselves in a place to wait a month to have board action if we're needing to move the project. So this is in order to prevent any unnecessary delays.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've in city council, we've had a couple of eminent domain cases, and it's never any fun. Nobody likes to have what they perceive as land taken away from them, but I think it's very, very important that we keep the ball rolling here. I think we stay ahead of it, and I appreciate you putting this on the agenda because it is, like Terry said, we got to be prepared for anything that comes down the pike. We really need to get water to our members as soon as possible.
Okay, with that then, let's take the 205 one first. Entertain a motion.
I would make a motion to.
We have a
make that
resolution,
authorization.
I'm sorry.
Is there a resolution? Should be. Oh, I hadn't turned the page. Yes. So I would make a motion to approve the resolution. As it's shown.
Second.
All right, any further discussion?
No.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so then the North Texas interconnection, we have a motion on that one as well.
We have the agenda.
Chris, I didn't say that. I think that's what I heard.
Let me look through it here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Move for adoption also.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All right. Terry, you have any other?
No.
Okay, just making sure. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, those are passed, thank you all. All right, so now we get to move, as we continue to establish RCH as a true water company and having employees and everything, employee benefits. So I need to, as a board, we need to authorize Robin to seek, I'll say competitive health benefits that are, to attract the employees that they need. And then the other piece that we need as well is on the 401k is what is RCH willing to match. And again, we want to be competitive and attract the employees that we want to attract. Robin, you have any comments?
Yeah, I'm requesting for that to be 5%.
All right, 5%. I think that's pretty reasonable.
It's reasonable. I guess my only question is that from Rob's perspective, is that
Sufficient?
well, both sufficient and characteristic of what we find in the industry?
Yes, yes.
Is there a dollar limit on up to 5% of?
We'll match up to 5% or whatever the employee.
Right.
Yeah, the IRS rules will
Government.
govern from there.
And then we're only voting to authorize him to seek bids for the insurance, correct?
I think.
Or were we authorizing to approve employees to receive benefits?
The latter.
Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and do our due diligence though, and we'll check with the different carriers and we'll look to see if
That's what-
WSC might
correct.
fall into, okay, great, got it.
All right, with that,
We need a motion.
I need a motion and,
So moved.
Second.
all right, any further discussion? You gotta wait till. If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Thanks.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, that brings us to the president's comments, and so. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I just want to again extend a warm welcome and thank you to each of you for taking the time to come to these monthly board meetings. And I think we're making some real progress here as your board of directors. So first, again, I want to extend a warm thank you and a warm welcome to our two new board members, Terry Preuninger and Chris George. They'll serve the remainder of term for their respective vacated seats. Their seats will be up for election in 2025. And we appreciate your commitment and dedication to the corporation. Look forward to working closely with the two of you. Additionally, with the resignations from Jackie and Steve, again, appreciate their commitments and contributions to RCH. We'll have two new board members to be approved in December, further strengthening their team. Those seats will be up for approval in 2024. So we'll have two up for election this next year and two more, and then my seat will be up in 2026. We have received another communication from North Texas Municipal Water District, and they've requested one additional piece of information. I'm pleased to confirm that this information has been provided, and North Texas has assured us that they now possess everything necessary to proceed. I also want to reassure you that RCH is diligently working on hiring essential staff to ensure a smooth transition as we prepare to take over from Aqua beginning December 1st. Members will receive one more water bill from Aqua, and then the new billing system will offer the convenience of online payment, and RCH will, beginning with January 2024, for the December usage, bring the billing operations in-house. I'm also pleased to inform you, as you saw the actions taken today, proactive steps to initiate legal action against H2O Water Services. While our primary focus has been on ensuring the availability of water resources for our community, we are now in position to address the issues surrounding H2O. This legal action represents our commitment to safeguarding the interest and well-being of our community, and we will continue to work diligently toward achieving a resolution that benefits all stakeholders. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we work on this important issue. We have had a productive joint meeting with Senator Hall, McLendon-Chisholm City Councilman Dan Tucker, representatives from Blackland and Rockwall, which has set in motion, wheels in motion for our interconnection. We hope and aim to have this in place by the summer of 2024. RCH has filed a response to the City of McLendon's application for a certificate of convenience and necessity in Rockwall County at the PUC. The city's application aims to take over the service area currently served by RCH, but RCH has raised several deficiencies in the city's application, including the lack of the information about how the city will provide water service, where the water will come from, who will operate the system, and which properties will be acquired. RCH has also claims that the city has failed to follow the proper procedures and obtain the necessary authorizations. The administrative law judge and the PU staff agreed with many of our claims and ruled the application was deficient. The city does have until November 30th to correct those deficiencies. Again, I want to say thank you for your continued support, and please know that we are working tirelessly to ensure the best possible outcomes for our corporation and its valued members. Your presence here today reflects your commitment to the future of RCH, and we greatly appreciate your dedication. Let's look forward to a promising and successful future for the RCH Water Supply Corporation. Thank you very much. And with that, gentlemen, I don't have a need for an exec session unless either of you have an interest. Yeah. Okay. It is 4:25, and I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. Thank you very much. We stand adjourned.